What is happening, everyone? Years ago I did a video talking about my autograph collection, which spans a lot of different sub-genres. We've got my 8x10s, we've got signed DVDs and Blu-rays, I've got signed albums, I've got signed posters. The spectrum ranges for my autograph collection, and since I did that video, it has grown so much across all of them, so it would be nearly impossible for me to try to think of everything I have signed. So I thought maybe here and now, here and then, I would go through my autograph collection in its different forms and show it to you guys here, just for any other movie friends or film aficionado friends, whatever have you. So I thought I'd start off today by showing you my two binders that I have of my signed 8x10s. I've gotten so many of them to the point I had to get a second binder to start putting them in. But it's something different, something fresh, so let's take a look at them. And disclaimer, I obtained all of these as a paying customer with the utmost respect to the celebrity at hand. If you're the kind of person that leeches outside of hotels and airports, waiting to get things signed in bulk so you can turn a profit on it, you are scum of the earth, and you can go fuck yourself. And with that said, let's take a look at my autographed 8x10s. What do you say we start off with the newer binder, because this is stuff I have most likely never shown in a video at all of the newer autographs I have gotten. And before we start, let's take a look at our unpaid sponsor for the video, the John Wayne Gacy Murders, Life and Death in Chicago, the 8-episode miniseries. Blu-rays are available now and beginning to ship, and it will be streaming on Amazon Prime within the next month. There is also a DVD release. Go to shopjohnborowski.com or GacyMurders.com for all of the info. The John Wayne Gacy Murders, Life and Death in Chicago. I'm totally not giving this unpaid advertisement because I'm in 3 of the 8 episodes. Totally not at all. Anyway, back to the video. Alright, so starting off here, we've got such a sweetheart, Adrienne Barbeau. It's a group picture of the Cannonball Run, and it's kind of scary to look at this picture to think how many of the people in this picture are no longer around. She was so nice when we met her, though, and so friendly. I'm going to keep turning this because some of these are landscape and some of these are portraits, so we'll see. There's Anthony Michael Hall. Met him at the Chicago Fan Expo, and the one time that I attended that. Just do it this way. Beverly D'Angelo, I met her the same day I met Anthony Michael Hall, and she was absolutely incredible, because when I walked up to her and I started talking, she just looks at me and she goes, "You have the best voice I have ever heard," which made me feel really good, and she even wrote that on this. So yeah, it's always nice when you have a really pleasant experience with someone like that, especially coming from someone like her. It's good on the self-esteem. This is kind of an odd autograph, but it is a Blue Man Group handprint that I got as a part of an estate sale on eBay a couple years ago. And this I did not get in person. I would have loved to have met Brigitte Lahaye at I think it was Texas Frightmare a few years ago. I got this as a pre-order special with the Faceless 4K Severn Films was doing. Again, I did an unboxing video of that. I would have loved to have the once-in-a-lifetime chance to meet her there, but sadly, I guess it wasn't meant to be, but I've got the next best thing with this autograph. Here's a photo op of me and my dad with the Bullies from Christine. I got some photo ops mixed in with these two, so... Dean Cain, him and I met him at a Days of the Dead, and we were talking about Winchester, Virginia, because we were both at the Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival at the same time a couple years back, so that was fun. It's always nice when you could get these people and you can have unique conversations with them. You know, the word Superman never came out of my mouth once while talking to him. I always try to have a fun conversation and be somewhat memorable. I hate just going against the main, tide that everyone else does. Fred the Hammer Williamson, he was cool as hell. I met him at the Wheaton All-Night Flea Market just last month. God, that was already a month ago, jeez. But he was so outgoing, so cool. His handler really liked me. They were impressed with my age, and he's an icon. He's an absolute legend. Same thing with Henry Winkler, who is borderline one of the nicest guys to meet. As a matter of fact, we were talking to him. My dad is the one who suggested we get this picture signed because he's a big fan of the movie Lords of Flatbush, which I still need to see. And I had to mention to Henry Winkler, I go, oh, and my mom is obsessed with Hallmark Christmas movies, so she sends her regards. Turns out he had a picture with Brooke Burns from the Hallmark movie he was in. He grabs it off the table and he just goes, what's her name? And he gave me that autograph from my mom completely for free. And that was not my goal in telling him that. I was just saying it to say it. And yeah, so absolute gentleman, class act all the way. James Remar, he was really cool and funny. You guys know how I'm obsessed with my Fast series, so anybody from that, I had to get that. Joe Bob Briggs. Wheaton All Night Flea Market again. I met Judy Dawn Cole, who played Veruca or Julie Dawn Cole. I always mix up if it's Julie or Judy from the original Willy Wonka. Sadly, the original Violet has since passed away, but meeting any of the kids from, that movie. Photo op with the one and only Kiefer Sutherland. Didn't get his autograph. You give me a choice between an autograph or a photo, I'm always going to go with the photo. So that's how Kiefer Sutherland came in. Keith David, and again, he's another person who I walked up to him and he said, man, you got a voice. Keep in mind, this is Keith David saying that. So, yeah, that is just a trip. These are Evel Knievel's granddaughters that signed this. I figured, why the hell not? It was free. Lauren Lavara, which is funny because I have never seen any of the Terrifier films, and I didn't intend on meeting her at Flashback Weekend. But her and I just got to talking at the VIP party, and we had a really nice, fun conversation. Not about Terrifier, just about life and what we were doing, because her and I are around the same age. And so I said, you know what, she was way too nice. She was a sweetheart. I gotta go support her. So you can see she wrote a whole thing about Simpsons Treehouse of Horror on there. So, lovely lady. Lou Diamond Phillips. Super cool and friendly. I will say, for the most part, I've never had a negative experience, knock on wood, but everyone I've met, maybe I just know how to be respectful, I know how to read someone's attitude, but yeah, thankfully, in my time doing this, no one has been a dick. Matthew Patrick Davis from Barbarian, Michael Day Barr, he was awesome and very talkative, very outgoing. He had a really funny story about being in the movie Under Siege, but his scenes got cut and he said it was the worst set he had ever been on. Michael Gross, the one and only Burt Gummer, just got that one this year. Oh, and there's my photo op with him and the Graboid behind there. Michael Ironside. Now, you talk about a friendly, outgoing guy. I walked up to him. I didn't really know what to expect because, he's getting up there now in age, but I went up, he was really down to earth, he was being sarcastic with his handler, he was making us laugh, really good guy, Michael Ironside. Why am I blanking on her name? I can't even read the signature. From Facts of Life, who went on to be the voice of Velma and Scooby-Doo. I'm like, well, she was one of the voices of my childhood, growing up like with Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, and the video game Scooby-Doo Unmasked, the show What's New Scooby-Doo, so I'm like, might as well. She's on the Facts of Life, and why am I blanking on her name? And I cannot even read the signature. I'm an idiot, folks. I never said I was anything otherwise. The World of Wheels, the same place I met Evel Knievel's granddaughters. I got Noel Hector from the Fast and the Furious franchise. Can't turn that down. Plus, he's famous for, playing the character Hector in pretty much every movie he's in. So he's also in Crank. He's in the Purge Anarchy. So he's everywhere. You've seen Noel before. And then also at the Wheaton All Night Flea Market, along with Julie Dawn Cole, we met Paris Stemmen, Mike TV from the original. Oh, he was great from Baywatch, and I love Stroker Ace. What's funny with him is that Parker Stevenson. What's funny about him is that I was wearing an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia shirt with Patty's Pub on it. I didn't realize Parker Stevenson is from Philadelphia, so I walked up to his table and goes, "Hey, a Philly man." He didn't realize I was wearing a shirt for the show, so I wanted to spare the awkwardness, so I just kind of rolled with it as if Patty's Pub was a real place in Philadelphia. So that was great. Super friendly, outgoing guy. This is Robin Randall, a songwriter. It's kind of a long story with her, but brilliant lady. Very mega talented. See a photo op of my dad and I with the Cops from Sanford & Son with the original Sanford & Son truck. And I even got to sit in it. That was an outstanding show. It's me, my dad, Sven Gooley, and Joe Bob Briggs. And that's binder number 1. Now here's my older original binder. It's nice and thick, and you might be wondering where this one came from, that it says cart retrieval from parking lots. Well, I worked at Sears for 3 years, all the way through the liquidation and closing of the store, and I found this binder in one of the offices, so with the sole intention of putting autographs in it, I stole this binder from a closing down Sears. Why you need a binder with data about cart removal from the parking lots, I don't know. Now this one dates back, so this is where, the bulk of it is. So, Adrian King from Friday the 13th. I'm gonna try to go through some of these quick. The stunt double for, what's-his-face from Stranger Things 4, Eddie. Alan Kaiser, of course you've heard me tell the story before, but him and I had a run-in with Yardley Smith that weekend, which blows my mind compared to anything else that's ever happened. Amanda Wyss, my all-time favorite film, Better Off Dead, and I've met her so many times throughout the years. We're nearly on a first-name basis because she always knows me and recognizes me whenever we're at the same convention, so it's really nice when you grow that kind of relationship with these people. Amy Steele, Andress Jones, Barbara Crampton. See, these are a lot more of the regular convention people, so I'll only really address them if I have a crazy story. Barry Bostwick, which is funny, I got him to autograph the FDR American Badass picture, even though I fucking hate that movie. I thought it was way too stupid for me, but Brooke Thies, she was awesome. C. Thomas Howell, Ethel and Junior from Friday the 13th Part 5, rest in peace to Ethel, who has since passed away. Caroline Williams, Catherine Mary Stewart, I've met her a few times, she is outstanding. Chris Medina, he's kind of a local celebrity because he was on American Idol, and we come from the same hometown, so yeah, I just got that he was playing at a fair or something. Chris Mitchum, I got this directly from him in the mail because for the longest time, I had an email correspondence going with Chris Mitchum, and so yeah, this is a picture from Big Jake with John Wayne right there. Chris Sarandon, Christina Lees, CJ Graham, Corey Feldman, he was doing this signing at a movie theater not long after Corey Haim died. Courtney Gaines, he's always fun to see. He's, everyone knows him for Children of the Corn, but I love a lot. He's in Can't Buy Me Love, which is what this is from. He's in Secret Admirer, Sweet Home Alabama. He's in a lot of good stuff, Courtney Gaines. Again, my number 1 all-time movie, Better Off Dead, Curtis Armstrong, Dana Kimmel, Danielle Harris, she's a convention regular, you pretty much always see her around. Danny Glover, skip one, did I? No. Deborah Voorhees, Diane Franklin, who has become a very good friend of mine, and I've worked with her on the Better Off Dead book, and yeah, her and I go back. We've done podcasts together. Dick Warlock, one of the greatest people I've ever met at a convention. Dirk Benedict, the A-Team, another one that has since passed away, Don Calfa, another one of my favorite movies, Weekend at Bernie's, he played Paulie. Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and of course, Bloodsport, Donald Gibb. I got 2 of the guys from Twisted Sister, and again, I'm gonna blank on their names. I got to hold that guitar for my picture with them, which was really sweet. So I got him. I think one of them's name is Jimmy something. I don't know, I'm screwed. I have not yet met Dee Snider, but I know he's on the convention circuit. E.G. Daily. It's funny, E.G. Daily and I at this event, we ended up going to the Outfield concert together, and we were standing next to each other, and she was live streaming on her Instagram story, and she had me on her Instagram story singing with her, so I shared a nice social media moment with E.G. Daily. Oh, that one's laminated, so it's a bit thicker. Ate the Chosen One. Jesus Christ, this takes me back. He used to be a YouTuber that collected movies and did movie updates. Really hyperactive, crazy, funny guy. And he did this release once because he put out his own hip-hop album, and he sent me all these flyers for free just because I liked his YouTube channel talking about movies. I don't know whatever happened to this guy. I think he just fell off the face of the earth. Eugene Clark. Felisa Rose, she, again, another convention regular. She's always all over the place. I got this on eBay for like $5. A Fred Travalino autograph. I got this through his website, Gary Busey, because he does these Buseyisms and stuff. You could get that through his website, so I figured I'd just grab one so I could have Gary Busey as a part of my autograph collection. Gary Moon, formerly of Three Dog Night and Night Ranger. You look on my channel, there's a YouTube video of me at Melodic Rock Fest singing on stage with him. So yay. Da Bears. Norm. The Cops from Sanford and Son from the Hollywood Show. Outstanding. I don't know if they're both still with us or not. I'll have to look into that. Heather Langenkamp. Elon Mitchell Smith. The original lineup of Infinity, which was a, well, it still is, it's a Chicago Journey tribute band. I think most of the lineup is different now. Jeffrey Combs, Jeffrey Kramer from Clue, Jennifer Rubin, Jill Sholin, yeah, the other Twisted Sister guy. John Cusack, that was, you know, cool that I got the star of my all-time favorite movie, even though he pretty much hates it, but he hates almost every movie he's been in, so what are you gonna do with that? John Franklin, fun fact, he's originally from Blue Island, Illinois, which is not far at all from where I am. One of the nicest guys. Same with John Philbin. He talked my ear off for like a half hour just about the industry and working as a creative, and that was an awesome experience. Judge Reinhold. I hated to ask him to write that quote, but he did it, and I'm very grateful he did it. Kane Hodder. Again, if you want to meet Kane Hodder, he's at every convention there is. Kelly Maroney. Ken Sagos. I talked to him, speaking of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so he wrote that on there, because he's in a pretty good episode of that. Ken Foray. Kim Darby, also from Better Off Dead, and I think she's retired now and doesn't do much of anything, so I was grateful I got to get her. Kimberly Beck. Kristen Baker. She was in a movie I love too called Midnight Madness. Christy Swanson. Again, speaking of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, we got Lil Kev. I've never seen any of the Human Centipede movies, nor do I have any intentions to ever do so. I just met this guy for the pure hell of it, and that's the truth. Okay, this is kind of some small stuff there. There's pictures of my dad and I from a wedding. There's a letter I got from somebody, and then there is a pop singer from, I think, Italy, named Leanne Ross. She sent me an autograph card in the mail because I was talking highly about one of her songs called Fantasy. So, Leanne Ross. I got that one without even trying. And I don't remember what this bill thing is. I'll have to look at that. Linda Blair. Linnea Quigley. Lisa Wilcox. Lita Ford. Oh, rest in peace right here to Louis Gossett Jr., true icon. Mark Ralston from, obviously, Shawshank, big villain actor. He was so cool to talk to, though, and throughout the weekend, he was stopping me, and he would just be like, "Hey, Ken, what's up?" So I'm like, I don't know what made him remember me so well throughout the whole weekend, but I left some sort of an impression on him. Meg Foster, awesome. And it's funny with Melanie Kinnaman, this picture is actually a cut picture from Best of the Best. She was originally in the movie Best of the Best as Eric Roberts' girlfriend, and all of her scenes got cut. So, that's why you see that. That is from Michael Bailey Smith, who was Super Freddy in Nightmare 5. Not a big fan of Nightmare 5, but he is in a lot of movies I really like as a big hulking villain. When I met him, he only had Super Freddy pictures, which is why I wound up with that one. Pat Healy, great guy. My very faded PJ Souls autograph. Priscilla Presley, now that's one of my Hall of Famers right there. Look at how level her penmanship is, like seriously. She was so friendly though, and the E name never even came out of my mouth. I asked her about Leslie Nielsen. Ray Dawn Chong. The one time I went to one of these conventions and she tried to get me a job on the spot because she liked my voice so much. Do you hear a theme with me, guys? Like, if anybody is watching this, like, hire me, please. I'm getting all of these celebrity endorsements. Oh, Richard Brooker, rest in peace. It's sad looking at these, seeing how many people have since passed away. Robert Romanus, Robin Lively, she was a lot of fun to meet. Sal Lizard, the Tourette's guy's dad. You know, to Ken, fuck the Philippines. That's, yeah, what an autograph. If you see the Tourette's guy, you know what that is. This is Mistress Samantha. She's a dominatrix on Clips for Sale. It's another instance of me meeting someone and getting my picture with them just for the pure hell of it. Sarah French, aka Scarlet Salem. Oh, I met her from that. Shannon Elizabeth from That 70s Show. She was Kelso's baby mama on that show, so that was great. Shawnee Smith, had to get the picture of her with John Candy. And it's funny, I befriended her daughter there at the convention, which was fun. I was hanging out with Shawnee Smith's daughter, Verve, that weekend. Stacy Nelkin. Susan Backlany from Jaws. Fun fact, her and I share a birthday, September 1st. Ted White, rest in peace. Tiffany Helm. Tim Kazurinsky, fellow Second City alumni. Tim Quill, rest in peace. I should have gotten Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi to sign this, but I'm a lazy asshole. What can I say? Tom Arnold. Had to get the Trailer Park Boys one. Is a big fan of Trailer Park Boys. Now if I ever see Ricky again, get him to sign this too. Tom Atkins, the living legend himself. Tom Holland, mega talented dude. Tuesday Night, I also have an autographed copy of her CD. William Forsythe. Zach Gallagher. And there you have it on my 2024 8x10 collection of autographs. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope, would love to hear about some of yours. Who are some of your prized autographs that you've managed to accumulate throughout the years? Like I said, I've got so many on posters, on vinyl albums, on DVDs and Blu-rays, so just kind of break it up. If you guys like this, maybe I'll keep going on, maybe I'll do more autograph videos like this. Let's see, it's a fascinating topic for fellow movie fans like ourselves. Thank you for watching, take care, and we will see you very soon in the next one.